What's up, fam? It's been a while since my last update, regarding my Amazon FBA journey, um, using SEETS program. That was by design. Because honestly, as with all good things, um, it's a process. It takes a while to get going. And sending you tons of videos with daily or weekly updates just kind of was kind of pointless. I wouldn't have had a whole lot to say, just because it takes time, especially in the beginning. Um, and I think I've given it enough time, and I've gone through enough of the process to, feel good about, giving you guys another update with enough, you know, information that's not wasting your time. So that being said, here I am, still at it. It's been a few months now, and I'm just so happy that I made the decision to sign up, with this program. um, I mean, there's a lot to say, but the main point is that it is for real. It's there's uh, no other way around the point of this update. Um, without saying that, um, it, it's it's a real thing. I mean, all the skepticism that I had in the beginning is gone, which is awesome. I mean, it's just awesome. And what's cool about that is because it is a for real program. Um, that part of it is already in place, and they're only getting better. Um, and because it's already in place, the nuts and bolts of the program are are there for me. All I have to do is what I got to do, right? I I I have to rely on myself. They're going to do the job. Amazon's going to sell the products, or at least put it out in front of people. I just have to rely on myself to do the work. Um, and that's encouraging. I mean, it should be encouraging for you guys, of course, but it's encouraging for me to just go forward every day. Um, and I still haven't even committed, you know, half the time I should, and I'm still getting good results. Because I run a couple other businesses. This is my side hustle right now. I mean, even though I'm making a little bit more than side hustle money, um, it's side hustle for me, time wise. I put maybe an hour a day into this. Um, I would like to see myself, do more than that. 2 hours a day, will give me some pretty good results. Just doubling my time. Whether I put the 2 hours together or split it up throughout the day. The point is taking the time to use the program, and to do your due diligence and the product research and the market research and all of that, that we do to make sure that you know the product sells, how often it sells, things like that. um I gotta just put that time in. So anyway, the minimum that I'm doing, I feel is a minimum that you put in is about an hour a day. um and I should be putting in more time than that, but um I gotta get get other things taken care of. But as things progress, I do find myself actually getting excited to put more time into this, to find more products and do more research and, listen to videos and, do some more training and things like that to sharpen my skills. I think that excitement is going to help me get there, as far as putting more time in. It's not that I don't want to. I just, I have a lot on my plate, but it's a good it's a good indicator that even if you don't have a whole lot of time, you can still be successful in this. And putting an hour a day into this is making me successful in this business. And to define success is kind of hard to do at any given point, but for right now, my success is finding profitable products through this program and getting them on Amazon and selling them and seeing a profit. That's success to me right now. Later on, success will be something different, what I'm doing times 10, times 20, times 50, times 100. You set yourself a goal, you hit that goal, that's success, right? And then success is, hitting your next goal. Success is also, the hustle too. Every day at night when you're done, or you might work at night, whenever you're done and you can lay your head on the pillow knowing that you put in your work, that's success too. And then doing the next day, you're successful in the continuation of this journey. But look, point is it works. I mean, what's really cool, and it takes some experience to, make this comment, is that this program offers all of the footwork, all of the ground and pound, work that goes into getting products to Amazon. And what that means is, because I could say this out of my own experience by doing this work myself, is sourcing the product, finding products that are profitable, that can sell on Amazon, and then sourcing them, finding them, to purchase, packing them up, getting them shipped to me, right, to label them, pack them up, the way Amazon needs, which can be a process, that's a process in itself, and then sending them into Amazon, to be sold on your Amazon store, right? That sounds like there's not a lot to it, but there's a lot to it. So let's say I find a product and, it sells 100 times a month, an estimation of 100 times a month. And I can make some good profit on it. I've done my research and everything, which I can show you how to do. If you want to reach out to me, by the way, this is just a side note, reach out to me. We could work something out. I do some coaching on the side, now that I'm more experienced in this and I've seen some success in this particular program. I can teach what I know with this program on the side, or with it together, to make you successful. If you're interested, reach out to me. and we can talk. Anyway, so you do that due diligence, you do that research, you find a profitable product, you think it's going to sell maybe 100 times a month, so you want to test the product. You don't want to buy 100 because there might be other sellers on the listing, whatever. You might not be the one selling all 100. Plus, you want to just kind of get your toes wet on the product, and let's say you get 10 of them, right? You go buy 10 or get 10 sent to you. Then you got to find out, how to pack them, how they should be labeled, things like that. Pack them up, find a box that fits, make sure that it's the right dimensions, make sure that, everything is packed the way it needs to be. And then you tape it up, you go on your Amazon store, you create a shipment for it, you print out the labels, for the product and for the packaging. And then you create a shipment and then you send it in. And then, a week later, it goes into your store as available. Let's say those sell. Good. You're like, all right, awesome. Now I want to up my game a little bit more. Buy 100, right? That's maybe 2 months worth. Give or take. Again, you're not really going to know until you know, right? Until you actually get the sales in. And, the 10 sold good, within a week, let's say, that's a good indication that you could, sell 40 or more. So buy 100, right? That's more product coming in. That's more space in your house or your apartment or your garage or wherever it is you have the stuff. That's more packing. That's more labeling. That's just a lot more work than just the 10 that you got before, right? And this is just one product. You're going to want hundreds of products in your store. You're going to want hundreds. 1,000 products is a great goal to be at. Just rotating, products. So we're talking about one, and we're talking about 100 at this point. You're getting all these in, depending on the size, depending on whatever. It ranges, of course. And you're the one packing, all this up. It's called prepping. You're prepping it all. And you're doing it the right way, how Amazon requires you to do it. All right. And making sure the right labels are where the labels need to be. And they're packaged in the box the way it needs to be in the right size. You create the shipment, you send it in. So, times that by a few hundred products. It's impossible for a lot of people just because of the space. It's a continuous thing. Because you're always wanting products going into your store. You want the replens from products that you're reordering that are selling, and you want new products that are coming in. So it's a constant rotation, right? So it's a never-ending cycle, which is a good thing, but it is very time-consuming, and it takes up a lot of real estate in the home. It's crazy. I've done it. I know. And I've only done it with 40, 50 products at the time. It's a lot, and it's definitely something that will weigh you down. And we all know how we are. If it's not something you're happy with, you're not comfortable with, whether you're making some money or not, it's not. You got to remember, you're the one that's motivating yourself. And if you're starting to get wore down, which I'm telling you you're going to do, it's a process, that you got to deal with, and it's hard to deal with, right? So there's ways around it. A lot of people will tell you that you could hire a VA, a virtual assistant, to help you source the products, find the products, source the products, all that. Okay, that costs money, of course. And then there's a whole learning curve, training that VA on what you want, how you need it, and this and that. I mean, it's a process too, but it's definitely it's something that's out there that people use. You know, I've tried it before. I didn't like it. You know, I like to be picky. I like things to be a certain way, which everybody should be. And most VAs that you get started with, if they don't have somebody, they're just not knowledgeable, right, in the process. So it takes a long time, and you lose money because you're paying them, but you're also losing money because they're not finding the products that you want, things like that. If they do have somebody else that they're working with, you're splitting time with them. You don't know if they're giving your products to the other people that they do business with. I mean, it's kind of shifty, to me. I thought, but it's an option, right? And then you have prep centers. So let's say you hire a VA, and then you're doing all the work, you're finding a product, and you have the product sent to a prep center, which is a warehouse that you obviously pay them to prep for you and then send in to Amazon. That's an option, obviously, and people do it. People, they like it. It's hands off. Like you pretty much don't do a whole lot, with the product, for the most part, right? So, that's a good thing, but it's expensive. It gets expensive. So, there's not a lot of margin, in this profit that you make on these products if you're spending your profits on all these other things. So that being said, this program eliminates all of that, all of it. And there is no learning curve. There is no, I wonder if this is, going to work or not, because they don't know what's going on. Well, they know what's going on. It's their business. This is what they do. And it eliminates the need for any of that. You pay for it, but you pay way less than if you had to hire a VA and a prep center and all that. 100% the truth, right? And there's no learning curve, except for you, right? You got to figure it out. But I just want to let you know, the update is it works. I'm happy. I'm successful in it. I got way more things to learn and a lot more time to put into this. But I just want to let you know that it works. I'm happy with it. And they just opened their doors back up to other sellers. So if you're interested, hit me up. Look at the link in the description. If you want some information on how to get started and help and some training, some coaching, let me know. All right, guys? Listen, be good, and you guys have a great day. Talk to you next time. Peace.